puns are not on
intended.
purpose. They have to cancel out the Bloody Hunt once it gets locked down. Because if you get to maximize the Bloody Hunt if you're Renegade here and you're Aurora, you have so much damage on the board that a full use of the Bloody Hunt will be a big conversion for Aurora.
Yeah.
So for Twisted Minds, when it comes to the team fighting, they really have to think about making sure they have a good crowd control effect to make sure that they can cancel the ultimate of the Franco as quickly as possible. And of course, as usual, easier said than done, don't get hooked.
Game number 2 as we enter the Land of Dawn. Will it be the same result? Aurora sweeping Twisted Minds, or will Twisted Minds, with the addition of rookie Jamal, be able to hold off the Northern Lights? An early aggressive start here for Aurora. Early hooks coming in from Renegade onto Jamal. It's looking like they want to go for the rookie of Twisted Minds.
Oh, that was smart. It's the first time I've seen that interaction.
Yeah, saving a little bit of time too, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Reduce some of the damage and everything else. So easy and steady, at least early portion of the game. And a lot of this too, again, for Renegade, when he picked up the Franco last week, it's really just, it's the same concept. Like you said, despite the Bloody Hunt or not, it's that one hook. Yeah. That one hook can literally change the course of a game.
Yeah. We might see Escalation racking up deaths a lot in this game because he's going to be prime hooking target. Although Hajizi would be a good target as well for Renegade. By the way, getting that crab was great for Aurora. It was a great rotation. They were able to get a gold crab for Dominkite because the pathing of the Hayabusa meant he was going to be going from orange to purple. Yeah. So it was a good decision by Aurora to decide to commit that. And we even got to see Renegade use that hook to bring the cart of the EXP closer to Edward.
Oh!
Hajizi probably clenched there.
What clench? A close call again. And if that hook connector for Renegade could be detrimental for Twisted Minds, you already committed the feathered airstrike.
Already, James taking a couple shots. Dark Wave pulling him forward. Turtle's going to be secured for MP, though. Aurora, I don't think they're ready to fight, so just an objective secured for Twisted Minds.
All right, slow and steady start. One of the keys to victory that we mentioned. Renegade running towards the purple buff here. If he hooks this back, doesn't. See, Demonkite steals it.
Demonkite's going to go in. He jumps in, gets stunned a little bit, goes back. With the quad shadow, the flicker forward. Dodges can't escape from Hajizi. Using his own feathered airstrike, they'll burn the flicker from Renegade too. So right now, Twisted Minds getting control.
Shades of game number 1, a strong start for Twisted Mind. They secured the turtle plus the first blood onto Demonkite. Heads up play from Hajizi to cast that flicker and feathered airstrike stolen away from Yue. If this decision making from Twisted Mind continues on, Yue flickers for himself to try and clear out the minions onto the middle lane.
All right, so we've seen 2 feathered airstrikes that had flickers attached to them. Fancy moves by the 2 mid laners. But the rotation into the mid lane from Jamal to get a bit more farm there means Dominkite gets a little bit more farm up top with hits on the shielding. Now, Renegade, Doming, and Demonkite might be going for a big dive here. Good aggro rotation, trying to read out where the Suyo is. They now know that the Suyo is probably in the bottom portion of the jungle of Twisted Minds, as they were able to get the Scaled Lizard without that much of a problem. It's going to be another gold crab, I think. Nope, it's not going to be going to the Dominkite. It goes to Demonkite, but the farm of Doming has been great.
Yeah, clearly he's been dominating his laning stages. The quick early rotation of Renegade down to the first minute was clearly vital on how Dominkite has been performing here into the gold lane. But even if Twisted Minds actually had a kill on the board, plus the first turtle, it's looking like Aurora still is in full control over the map. It's sort of like they're just, Twisted Minds is just reacting towards what Aurora will be doing next.
I want to say full control, but I think a bit of that control came from the fact that they were able to steal a purple buff away from MP the King, although he has one now.
Oh, there's a hook right on target. Bloody Hunt. I don't think James will escape that, even with the split. So they'll get the turtle, though. Second objective secured by Twisted Minds, so a kill for an objective.
Yeah, and that's what Redmore was actually saying. One hook can be the main difference of Aurora snowballing, but Demonkite up against MP.
MP and Demonkite, he doesn't have the shadow kill, so... But you can see he's got enough damage already, it seems like, early on, especially with the Warcry emblem, but back to it.
Yeah. So both teams have now gone for the 4-1 split at the third turtle, with both junglers now managing the far lane away from the turtle. And now they're just going to be going back to their rotations that will end up topside for a sequence in the gold lane, which Aurora will get to first.
Yeah, Yue, early cast of the Feathered Airstrike, forcing Escalera to go in with the glorious pathway.
They might force a fight again here. Escalera already using the pathway. Jamal's quite low too, taking a couple shots from Dome and Kite, but ultimately that was all just to save that turret because of this pressure from Aurora. They're going to stay here though. Still crowding up here on the top side, and Twisted Minds might just have to go back.
Dome and Kite was locked in there, even though he had a very obvious target onto Escalera to throw his damage at. He threw it to Jamal.
He's going to go for the hook. He's going to be able to find Escalera, locks him down with the Bloody Hunt. Escalera is gone. Salmon Force already dropped down too. Hajizi grabs his own, and there's a flicker forward with the Feathered Airstrike again. Hajizi will go down. Yue able to pick up an aggressive kill on the Farsa. Dome and Kite will go ahead and clear and cut that wave out.
Man, flickers with the Feathered Airstrike. We saw 2 already from Yue. And now Aurora, we can safely say they're in full control this time. As we approach the 6-minute mark. 2 turtles was secured by Twisted Minds, but looking at the kills Aurora has, 3 already, down a turret up top. The aggression is still there, and 5 seconds in, the next turtle will be spawning, and Twisted Minds, they need to be really proactive this time, because so far they have been reacting to what Aurora's doing.
Again, a hook! Escalera is just gone, a massive target. Fight's gonna break out. Yue's finally gone, the split's still gonna be there. They drag him back, and Edward's gonna be gone. It's Twisted Minds fighting back. Demon Kite jumps in. Renegade flickers forward, he's able to grab it. Bloody Hunt, MP the King, the right target, and now the turtle for the taking. Demon Kite will jump in, forcing James back, and Aurora doesn't want to give this last turtle up.
Some excellent trades. Jamal!
Dome Kite! Man, Renegade, call him the hook man this game.
Dome Kite is ruthless, doesn't care that Jamal's a rookie, giving him the rough welcome that was in the keys to victory earlier. Great trades of abilities. We thought Twisted Minds was able to win it out, but the hook coming in from the hook man was able to turn things around in favor of Aurora, who will now march through mid. Will not be able to break the tower though. So now Twisted Minds, they've shown Aurora, you know, we can tango with you guys too, we can dance, we can fight, but Aurora will conserve their abilities for turnarounds late into the fight. Great flicker hook read by Renegade. It's something I wanted to say earlier. Yue has been having an all-star performance, not just in this game, but in this season. He's been so great. His partnership with Renegade in the center of the map alongside Demon Kite has been mint.
Yeah, the mid duo of Aurora still shining so bright. We mentioned that one hook can change the game. What about 2? And Renegade, 2 consecutive iron hooks connected. Make it 3!
Again, a Bloody Hunt comes crashing down, and James is obliterated down the mid lane. Demon Kite's gonna jump in, popping the shadow kill, forcing everyone under the turret. They take a couple shots from Dome Kite, and he jumps in to get a double. Lines up another Destinata Rhapsody, and he's gonna keep them under the tier 2. Aurora is relentless right now. They want to go and get this tier 1 in the mid lane.
The top gun is still bulletproof. 5-0 and 2 right now for Dome Kite. Another hook, grabbing the oxygen beside Jamal. But that will probably make Jamal go, oh no. Now he's going to be thinking twice about his injuries.
You know what they're thinking twice about, Twisted Minds? Ideally, if you're up against the Hayabusa, you want to group up to share the damage of the Wiki Shadow Kill. But what's happening is they're sharing the damage from Dome Kite. And the Feathered Airstrikes coming in from US of your Twisted Minds. What do you actually have to do up against a team that has all the bases covered?
Renegade with a flicker again, popping the Purify from Jamal, and now it's Renegade gone. They actually disengage from that. Hajizi holding on to his own Bloody Hunt. They're going to jump in. Edward wants to fight it out. Dark Wave going to be not enough as Escalera falls into the jungle. James goes. He's getting slammed, dunked on, and Edward jumps in on the turret with the support from the backside. They're looking for the last kill. MP with the triple, but Demon Kite will shut him down and clean it up.
Demon Kite in front of his former Raider teammates, the last Raider, stands tall. in front of Twisted Minds, and they will be able to get this Lord. We thought that would be a big turnaround for MP the King, being able to get a massive string of kills there near the end, but he took too much damage. The Phobius of Edward has been devastating, and Aurora have shown that they fight so well around it. As you look back at the instant replay, Edward setting the aggression. James, unfortunately, was not able to get a grab onto anyone. Edward flickering past the wall to get the Dark Wave in, setting things up even more so for Aurora. MP the King going in, able to secure the kill, but was not able to take down Demon Kite.
A good re-engage from Aurora. A lot of ultimates has been expended just to try and take down the Hitman Renegade. That's why it was a go signal for the Northern Lights to go for the kill, and now the top turret has been taken down by Twisted Minds. Inhibitors left. The Yue with the feathered airstrike.
Oh.
They're not giving Twisted Minds a chance to try and go for positions, to try and counteract what Aurora has been doing. Lord marching in onto the bottom lane. I think all outer turrets will be demolished by the Northern Lights.
Lots of dive and reach for Aurora as they march in with the Lord. It's going to be a very tough defense for Twisted Minds. They're very close range in terms of their damage profile.
Okay, 10 seconds before Renegade has his flicker. Dominkite and Yue has theirs. Lord sieging in onto the top lane. Holy Shields has been popped, and Twisted Minds will make quick work of that.
There's another siege minion on the way to the top. Aurora will go in through the mid as well. Hajiji really needs the feathered airstrike.
Feathered airstrike going to be dropped down. Artillery dropped. Demon Kite's going to jump in, looking to get the kill on James. And Demon Kite will follow on through as James is taken out of the picture. Now the bottom turret going to be worked on here by Aurora, still looking to take the mid. They've got no push from the minions though, so they might just get that bottom turret.
Raw damage, reach, poke. Twisted Minds cannot get into position with a good fight, and James cannot live long enough to get a good grab in.
Where's Pathway going to be used just to save the turret again? A feathered airstrike. Demon Kite not going to enter. This time, Demon Kite goes way under the turret, but enough to just put pressure now in the mid lane. They focus on the top. They'll get the shield down and the buffs. So it's Aurora, again, in full control at this point in the game.
Imagine Aurora has such a good draft that they can dish out the damage without having to fully commit or fully dive up against Twisted Minds. Even despite the glorious pathway set up by Escalera, Demon Kite literally just went in. Again, a raw damage, as you mentioned. Even if they were sharing the Wiggy Shadow Kill, 4 members of Twisted Minds, he was able to still take down one. And that's a sign for Twisted Minds that you can't just make crazy plays out of nowhere, because the punish that Aurora can do is just too immense. 12 minutes in, 25 seconds before the Lord. We might see another hook.
Oh, a hook's going to land again. Escalera trying to run away. Feathered airstrike, though, as Demon Kite will clean up the kill. 10-1 and 4 on the Granger. This guy, they can't even reach him, and Renegade continuously landing the hooks. Now their eyes are set on this mid turret. Again, a couple of warning shots. Demon Kite gonna jump in, just being a distraction.
Oh!
Hook again, he's gonna find James. James won't be able to escape. The damage is way too much.
That's it.
And now Aurora looking to end the game here. They've got one cannon minion, the West of the Waves, pushing down in the mid lane. It's only a matter of seconds. They can't defend it. The lights are too bright as Aurora will sweep Twisted Minds.
8-0 for the North.